The alarm network across the Dominion border station detonated into frantic activity as an unknown contact crossed the outer boundary. Crimson emergency lights flooded the command deck, reflecting off polished control panels. Commander Zelthier's 4 eyes snapped open at once. For 300 cycles, he had overseen this forgotten stretch of space, the extreme edge of Dominion authority. Nothing ever happened here. The boundary was ancient and absolute, marked by warning beacons broadcasting a single message in every known tongue: trespass and face annihilation by 10,000 united civilizations. Charlex, the station's communications officer, turned from her console, her crystalline frame trembling. That alone unsettled Zelthier. Charlex was a veteran of multiple conflicts and had survived encounters with the infamous Krell raiders. Fear did not come easily to her. "Commander," she said, voice cracking like fractured crystal, "an unidentified vessel crossed the boundary marker 7 minutes ago. It ignored all warnings and is continuing forward at a constant speed." Zelthier rose to his full height, towering over the bridge crew. As a Valdran, his species embodied authority and strict adherence to law. For millennia, they had enforced Dominion order with unyielding precision. "Display the vessel," he ordered. The main screen activated, revealing a ship that made Zelthier pause. It was small, crudely constructed, and unmistakably primitive. Its hull was formed from welded metal plates instead of advanced energy composites. Chemical thrusters propelled it forward, shedding glowing ion trails. The design lacked elegance or efficiency, purely functional, clearly the work of a young civilization barely into its interstellar age. "Analysis," Zelthier demanded. The station AI responded instantly. "Technology assessment, Tier 2, possibly early Tier 3. Power source, nuclear fission. Armaments include kinetic weapons, basic missiles, and low-grade laser tools adapted for defense. Overall threat level, negligible." Zelthier relaxed slightly. This was a familiar situation. A developing species had stumbled into forbidden space, unaware of the force they had challenged. "Open communications," he said calmly. "All frequencies. All languages." Zelthier stepped into view of the visual transmitter, presenting his full imposing stature. He had delivered this warning countless times, and it always ended the same way. "Unidentified vessel," he announced, his voice cold and absolute. "You have violated Galactic Dominion territory. You are now within space protected by the combined military power of 10,000 worlds. Reverse course immediately and depart. Failure to comply will result in your destruction. You have 30 seconds. Silence followed. The countdown expired without response. Zelthier frowned, preparing to repeat the message, when the communication panel lit up. The alien face that appeared caused his translator implant to strain. The being was bipedal, with smooth skin, forward-facing eyes, and an expression the translator identified as relaxed curiosity. "Hello," the being said cheerfully. "I'm Captain Marcus Webb of the Earth exploration ship Wanderer. We're receiving your message, but there seems to be a misunderstanding. We're not here to cause problems, just passing through on our way to investigate some unusual stellar readings. Beautiful region, by the way." Zelthier stared in disbelief. There was no fear. No submission. "This is not a discussion," Zelthier replied slowly. "You are trespassing. Turn back or be destroyed." Marcus smiled, a gesture most species would interpret as a threat. The translator insisted otherwise. "We checked our charts," Marcus said calmly. "This area wasn't marked as claimed. Those beacon signals you mentioned. We detected them, but the protocols were ancient. Our AI couldn't decode them, so we figured we'd explain in person." Zelthier's secondary hearts began to race. This was wrong. The human should have been terrified. To demonstrate, Zelthier ordered his weapons officer to fire on a distant asteroid cluster. The particle cannons roared, and 30 massive rocks vanished in a burst of light and vapor. He turned back to the screen, expecting panic. Instead, Marcus leaned forward, eyes bright. That was incredible. What kind of energy output are we talking about? Zelthier was speechless. Threats had failed. Before Zelthier could regain control of the situation, incoming alerts flared across the tactical display. Multiple jump signatures appeared. Krell raiders, Charlex reported urgently. 7 ships, closing fast. Battle stations were ordered immediately. As weapons charged and shields rose, Marcus's voice cut in again. Our sensors picked them up too, he said. Looks like they're targeting both of us. Zelthier warned him to flee. The Krell showed no mercy. Marcus refused. We don't abandon people who are about to be attacked, he said firmly. When the Krell opened fire, chaos erupted. The station's shields absorbed the assault while the Wanderer danced through space with surprising agility. Its kinetic cannons unleashed relentless streams of projectiles, overwhelming Krell shields designed to counter energy weapons. Despite heavy damage, the human ship remained in the fight, deliberately drawing enemy fire. Zelthier realized the tactic too late. The humans were distracting the raiders, allowing the station to strike decisively. Then came worse news. 12 more Krell ships were inbound. Outnumbered and outgunned, Zelthier prepared for evacuation, until Marcus proposed the unthinkable. He would overload the Wanderer's reactor. The ship raced to the enemy jump point. Escape pods launched seconds before the reactor went critical. The explosion was catastrophic, a newborn star blooming in the void. Several Krell ships were obliterated instantly, others crippled. The Dominion forces surged forward and finished the battle. When recovery teams retrieved the human pods, Marcus Webb emerged alive, battered but smiling. Zelthier bowed, a gesture of profound respect. The galaxy would remember this moment. Humanity had arrived not with fear or submission, but with courage, stubborn resolve, and a willingness to stand against impossible odds. Nothing would ever be the same again.